How's it going, everyone? Liam Catterson here, and we're on episode number 14 of Season 2 for Buffy the Vampire Slayer, which is called Innocence, the second part to this two-parter that we have going on at the minute. And the first parter was just... there was no stoppage on the acceleration, let's just say that, because from start to end, it was just hectic, and literally it was hectic until the very end, because we were left guessing why Angel was crying in pain, which I do have a feeling it might have something to do with his soul, especially since Jenny, or Jana's uncle, showed up and reminded her about Angel and what he did to the clan. So yeah, I have a feeling it might be connected to that. No coincidence, isn't it? But we'll just have to wait and see. Yeah, I'm really excited to see what does go down. Last episode was a blast, with Drusilla taking a very scary charge. We've got the judge as well to deal with, because I don't think he has been offed after... because it would have been a huge lackluster, considering the build-up, if he was to go out like that. It was a explosive way to end his story in part 1, should I say, but I don't think that's the end of him. But I'm really excited to see where things do go down. So with that said, let's get into episode number 14. Why is Angel searing in agony? Who knows? We'll have to, yeah, let's just get in with this. This is episode 14, Innocence. Let's go.
Darling, do you see something?
No, I don't like that. She just collapses in agony, same vein as Angel, and she's got that sick smile on. You know when you catch your, like, dick in the zipper? Oh no.
Pain is gone.
You sure?
Yeah.
I was gonna say, oh shit!
I feel just fine.
He just literally took a human... oh my god!
What would be wrong?
I don't know, you just look...
happy? Say it. Say it. Just insult her. I was gonna say, I'm assuming the window's shut.
Well, Bus Depot was...
The hungry he gets, he'll be able to reduce us to charcoal with a look.
Also,
Yeah,
not the
that's-
prettiest man in town.
That is true.
Continue research.
That is
Look for a
daunting.
weak spot. The rest of you should get to your classes.
Like, he has so much power, he can just take away your life in a snap.
go on the net and search.
As long as scum like you is walking, or well, rolling the streets, I'll be around.
Oh,
Look over
shoot.
your shoulder. I'll be there.
Yeah.
I'll be watching you.
Angel. Look, maybe he's broken. What the hell is going
No,
on?
he's
This
got
one
Angelus at the
cannot
forefront.
be burned. He's clean.
Clean.
Oh, shit!
There's no humanity in him.
Couldn't have said it better myself.
Angel.
Yeah, baby.
Angelus is here.
I'm back.
Oh, no!
Really?
You've really got a yen to hurt this girl, haven't you?
She made me feel like a human being. That's not the kind of thing you just forgive.
Okay.
Holy
No,
shit!
But I'm sure he'll... Well, Buffy, he probably has
Oh,
some plan, and he's
no,
trying to protect
Angel!
you. Well, I don't
I don't
know
want to. I don't want to
I'm
be
not in on the
disliking
plan.
you,
It's
buddy.
just-
I kind of feel a bit bad for Cordelia, like, because he's still not over. But
Willow, we were just... Willow! Willow!
and oop.
I knew it! No. It just means that you'd rather be with someone you hate than be with me.
Holy shit! Oz is way better for you, honey. Damn, you've got a point.
You got a lot to learn about men, kiddo. Although I guess you proved that last night.
What are you saying?
Let's not make an issue out of it, okay?
Ooh.
Let's not talk about it at all. We're pro.
How can you say this to me?
Holy
It's a good
shit.
time. Right? Doesn't mean like we have to make a big deal.
It is a big deal.
It's what? Bells ringing, fireworks, a dulcet choir,
Roses,
pretty
yay.
little birdies.
Love you.
Love you too. I'll call you.
Oh my god.
One moment where the soul that we restored no longer plagues his thoughts,
You
and that soul is taken from him.
Then if somehow, if
are an
it's
ass.
happened, then Angelus is back.
I hoped to stop it.
Are you?
Wrong. I am Angel. At last. Oh my God. I got a message for Buffy.
Why don't you give it to me yourself?
Well,
Shit.
it's not really the
Here
kind of
we
message
go.
you tell. It sort of involves finding the bodies of all your friends.
This can't be.
Leave her alone.
We already covered that subject. Things are about to get very interesting.
Holy shit.
Buffy, you okay?
I don't like this.
Buffy.
Holy shit. I don't like my boy.
I know you haven't been in the game for a while, mate, but we still do kill people. Sort of our raison d'etre,
Angel's taking
you know.
new
You
traditions.
don't want to kill her, do you?
Or you want to play the long
You
game.
want to hurt her. Just like
Make
you
her
hurt
wish
me.
she was dead.
Nobody knows me.
fuck's sake. I mean, part of her prophecy did come true. Part of Angel died.
Buffy!
What do you know?
Should I get the principal? No, I'll deal with this. You're all dismissed.
Did you do it? Did you change him?
Well, she didn't do it.
Down.
Did you know this was gonna
You
happen?
can't just go around accusing
I
everybody.
didn't know exactly.
Well, yeah, she's got a point.
I
He
was
did
told.
tell. Did tell this information late, didn't he?
And those magics are long lost even to my people.
You did it once. It might not be too late to save him.
It can't be done.
There needs to be a way. There needs to be a book. There needs
Then
to
take
be
me to someone
something.
who can.
I
Oh,
knew she would bring you. I suppose you want answers.
Not really.
not the person you were expecting.
Thanks. See, in my fantasy, when I'm kissing you,
It's a mutual
you're
feeling.
kissing me.
Damn, Oz.
It's okay. I can wait.
I love this. I love this dude more and more. Yep.
He's only making it easier. I know what I have to do.
You have to kill him.
Kill him.
As the dream states, he has to die.
I just want to help.
She said get out.
Oh. Oh.
Do you want me to show you how to use it?
Yes, I do. I knew it.
Say Giles. She's now gonna feel like
where they
what
would
she
go.
inflicted on
I
Giles
don't
in
know.
a sense, isn't she? No, Chain Lightning is one of my favorite D&D spells as well.
No weapon forged can stop me.
That was then. This is now.
Whoa! What the fuck? Yeah, no.
What's that do?
Oh. Buffy with a rocket launcher, though. Fuck me up.
Made me the man I am today.
is heartbreaking to see. This is heartbreaking to see. Woof. You did a pretty decent job.
You can't kill me.
That'll hurt. Might be a vampire, but a good groin kicking will still hurt like a bitch. Oh, Buffy.
It's all my fault.
You won't know.
I don't believe it is. Do you want me to wag my finger at you and tell you that you acted rashly? You did, and I can.
That wouldn't be true. Well,
he's proven more than once that he loved you. If it's guilt you're looking for, Buffy, I'm not your man. All you will get from me is my support.
I love you, man. Damn.
I'll just let it burn.
God, oh my god. She literally has been broken. Holy shit, what the hell was that episode? That was brutal. Holy shit. Yeah. That was a tough one. That was a really emotional. It's probably, I think it is definitely one of my favorite episodes, if not one of the best episodes of Buffy the Vampire Slayer of all time. I was just so super emotional, and I just wanted to give Buffy a hug so much. Honestly, that episode was just heartbreaking, and yet it was so masterfully done in terms of like the plot, the everything. It was a big game changer for sure, like especially the fact that we now, well, not just the fact that we saw Angel as a bad character, but now we're going to be carrying that forward probably for the rest of the season. Yeah, honestly, it was really difficult. Like, if you could hear body parts fracturing, you would have heard my heart just shatter a lot during a lot of scenes, from like Buffy and Angel in the room when Angel was pinning all the blame on Buffy, to Giles's talk, which we'll get to later. If you could hear my heart shatter, you would have heard it like a billion times. Yeah, it was just, it was very like emotional, and yeah, it was a really fantastic episode. And I'm just not ready for like Evil Angel, or Angelus, should we say, because we know that Evil Angel is basically Angelus, and he came back, and not just that though, but like we've been so accustomed to our favorite goody vampire, and now Angelus has risen, and not just that though, but like I said, it seems like he might be the main villain potentially from this episode until the very end of season 2, maybe further. Hopefully not. We need to find that cure. We need to find him. We need to find the light side. It's just really disturbing, especially with how the actor just played him played Angelus. It was like he molded into that evil space so quickly, and it made me feel so like scared of Angelus with the way he was so threatening to Buffy, to the fact that he had this scary strategy planned in his head that while Spike wanted to get rid of her like that, Angelus wants to play the long game. He wants to break her. He wants to break Buffy to the point where she's emotionally drained, and that makes it that kind of thinking to any kind of villain is absolutely scary. That psychological damaging process that goes on inside a villain's head, it's very scary. And to see that transition where Angel is all loving, of course, that's the reason why he became Angelus, but still, to see that transition to this really, really scary way of thinking is just really intimidating. Not just that, though, but the way he just sounded, and just everything about Angelus in this episode, I guess, was just really, really daunting. But yeah, it was heartbreaking, like especially during those final bits where Giles told Buffy it wasn't like she could not anticipate this, and then her just curdling up to her mother. It was really, really heartbreaking, and it was heartbreaking for Buffy to lose that. And see, people would think before. I'm assuming people would think before they went into this episode, I guess, that Innocence loss was down to the whole birds and the bees, etc. But no, it just stems from life. She's just experienced. It's not just the fact that she has experienced what it's like to lose in love, but also be betrayed by the person that you loved as well. Of course, Angel could not help it, but that's the thing. Angel is the nicer side and Angelus is the darker side, and that darker side of Angel has come to the forefront once again because of the curse that was further elaborated on. Jana's uncle stating that it's a really it is. See, that's the thing though. I'm just trying to think, like, if there's a way to bring back Angel, how are they going to able to have Angel be a thing? Because their love is literally a barrier. He cannot feel that happiness again, and I don't know if they're going to have to create a new curse where, a new curse, because the curse that he had was a way for him never to feel happiness again, which does make sense. Like, it's a benefit. It would be a benefit, wouldn't it? And you're supposed to feel this eternal damnation about what you've done, so you can't like it would take away from the idea of you giving him the curse if you have him feel happiness again. So it's a very interesting plot point to have. It's just how will, like, unless they do think of a new curse like that Jana can create or something. Like, she says she hasn't got the access to do so, but there has to be a way for him to have his humanity back, to have his soul back, and be able to emote to the levels he wants to feel. He wants to feel that love. Yeah, it's just really difficult. And in a sense, as well, this might be a bit of a stretch, but in a sense, Angel died in this episode. Like, Buffy still has to recreate those visions because she says she has to kill him at some point. Just she can't do it at this point, which is understandable. She can't go. She's not emotionally ready, so you can't exactly blame her for not going through with it. But he still died in this episode, I feel, like, from a metaphorical point of view, where, like, a part of Angel died in front of Buffy in the dream and in real life, because that wasn't Angel anymore, it was Angelus. So yeah, like I said, it might be a bit of a stretch, so you can take it whatever you want. But that's how I feel. Yeah, I just feel so bad for Buffy. Like, I just absolutely want to give her a hug so much. But it's a real game changer, and I'm really scared and excited, but mainly scared to see what they're gonna do from here on. Um, because yeah, I thought they might have had a chance to bring back Angel in this episode. Um, but that stopped when Jana's uncle was killed, which I felt like I was a bit surprised that Jana had a blanker reaction than I would have imagined. Like, this is your uncle that's just died. Then again, he wasn't really. He seemed to give off that he wasn't really the best uncle, and he put her in a complex situation, as well as giving vague details about how Angel cannot be Buffy. And then when it was too late, he said something. So yeah, but yeah, I really, really did like the conflict that Jenny had with her uncle, and the process of and the process of damning Angel's soul, because she knows damning Angel's soul and this quest to pull him away from happiness is lesser fish to what's going on. In fact, it's made things even worse because it's given the vampires a bit of a benefit. And it's not just like a one-off vampire. It's not just like, oh, we've got one additional vampire to the squad. Angelus is revered so much. He was by the master vampire, and Spike, Angel was Spike's sire, and Drusilla's. So this is a big, yes, they did lose out as well with the judge being executed, juried and executed. That was terrible. But no, they did lose out a bit, but I think they can still take some happiness that they've got Angel back on their side, considering that Spike wasn't like he even said, it did kill me basically to see you be so in love with Buffy, etc. So yeah, so it is a bit of a win. Well, I've got to say though, Buffy with a rocket launcher. Yes. Where was my rocket launcher on my 17th birthday? I'm kidding. No, but in all seriousness, that looked really, really impressive. So yeah. But as I said, Jana knows that Angel, like, taking away Angel's humanity is basically giving the vampires ammunition, if anything. So what's funny though is this revelation and what's going on with like both characters, both Jenny and Giles. You might see where I'm going with this, but it is so funny because there was a part during that reaction where I was like, oh, this is so similar to when Giles had his situation going on. But it is a kind of a nice parallel, because Giles was part of something like Jana is a gypsy, and he could not. He was part of something that was not something he was comfortable with. Like Jana wasn't really comfortable with this whole idea in the first place. She was in a bit of a complex zone. And their past came back to bite them in the present, which it did here. So so there's that nice parallel there to Giles's dark past. But yeah, I am really scared to see what does happen with Angelus now at the forefront. But yeah, like I said, it was really like one of the best. I think it is the best episode. Like, I'm just replaying the episode back in my head, as heartbreaking as it is. I'm just adding more trauma to the mix. But yeah, it honestly was, like, I enjoyed a lot of those moments. Like, not just the twist and how effective it was during this episode, the emotional punishment that the main character faced was pretty heartbreaking. Like, the obvious needs to be stated about how much you feel for Buffy when she lost Angel, and I think with who she's lost, her cradling with her mother was a perfect ending, as well as Giles stating that it wasn't her fault. I will say, I fucking loved Giles during that bit. Like when it wasn't just him giving her what she needed to hear after Angel said this was all your fault. The way it was worded was just like I said, if you could hear my heart shatter, there you go. That's the thing though, Buffy needed that so much, and I really, really loved, like he said, I could do this. I could say it's your fault. I could waggle my finger. But I know this like you could not have anticipated for this, and I really, really did love Giles during that bit. And the fact that he is being so supportive was really wonderful, because in life there are going to be times where bad things happen because of your desires, but you do not want you do not want the bad stuff to happen, I guess. And sometimes they can hurt us, but it's not our fault at the end of the day. And that's the same with Buffy. Her love, she would feel this responsibility, but Giles is there to assure her you couldn't have anticipated for this. Nobody could have. And at the end of the day, it's not wrong for you to love Angel because you have grown a bond with him. You didn't just do this out of spite, etc. You really felt a bond with him. So I really friggin' loved Giles during that scene, and I really it's another one to add to. Like I'm sure there's a Buffy Giles compilation on YouTube at some point, which I will watch after Buffy. But it's just another great moment between these two where they have a really amazing talk, and the chemistry is beautiful, and it's just it just does capture your heart so much. So I really absolutely loved Giles's talk with Buffy, and I was warmed by the fact that Giles did choose Buffy over Jenny. When Buffy was still a bit pissed with Jana, should I say? I mean, she's still Jenny, but I don't know. I think it's because I've got a friend called Jana, so I'm more prone to calling her that than Jenny. But yeah, when Buffy was still a bit coy with Jana, Giles backed her up, and I think Buffy was even surprised there as well. But I really felt that was was heartwarming as well. Going back to that parallel, I guess, with the Dark Age, where Jenny was shutting out Giles. It's the reverse in this case, after discovering something horrifying. And I guess this is pretty horrifying, seeing Angel's side with the vampires, to the point where I just attacked the pop filter, so yeah. But yeah, like I said, I thought Giles was the MVP in this episode by a long shot. Oz was absolutely amazing as well. Like, we didn't get too much of Oz, but we got enough for me to basically state that I think this is the episode where I just fell in love with his character. Like, a few days ago, I think it was episode 4 that was posted, and there was a few people hyped about Oz, and this episode basically put me on that bandwagon, because I really loved the whole speech about him kissing Willow. He wants that mutual feeling rather than a way to get petty revenge on Xander, which I did feel so much for Willow. I've got to say, when she did lecture Xander about the fact that he hates Cordelia, but yet falls for her, and it all goes back to Willow needing to be the last person on Earth for Willow and Xander to happen. And like, it's a good, like, Oz is better personally for Willow. And I think I don't want to say it, but I think Xander is a bit too toxic for Willow's character, because Willow's a nice little cherub, and it's that case of him discovering it's that case of Willow discovering Xander and Cordelia kissing. I hate her, yet I'm kissing with her, and yet Willow is all sunshine and rainbows and roses and cookies and everything. And she is like a perfect character. And like I said, Willow could do a lot better, because she literally has done nothing wrong, and she has a really, really wonderful personality. And if I was in Xander's shoes, like if Xander was possessed by me, I I would yearn for Willow, because Willow has that really amazing personality, and Oz could see it in Willow. But there's that weakness for Willow where she wants to feel that affection, and she's hurt by the fact that I was I was basically um begging for this to happen. It didn't, and you chose Cordelia over me. So you can't blame, I guess, Willow for trying to fire back at Xander. But I really did love how Oz, and even Willow was like, this guy's the dream guy. And I really, really did love Oz's speech about, I want that feeling to be mutual. So it was really, really beautiful. And like I said, I think this was the episode where I just fell in love with Oz so much. Like, he's been a fascinating and amazing character, but this episode was the thing that roped me into the Oz love, I guess. So yeah, but yeah, I really enjoyed this episode so much. Emotionally, not so much. Like, it didn't get me going like, I guess, Endgame did or whatnot, but it was heartbreaking. Like, I was just not ready for this level of emotion, and it was so powerful, and it was so heartbreaking, and it was just, yeah. But then again, this is a Whedon show, so what else do you expect? I've suffered seasons of Fitzsimmons heartache, so yeah, I should have expected this, but at the same time, I'm still surprised, with that twist, especially with Angel and Jealous. But it makes for a very juicy, like, it was already juicy with the fact that Drusilla was in charge, but now that they've got Angel, it's just gone from bad to even worse. So, and Spike's not even fully recovered yet, and I don't even know how long that will take. But once he's back and about, then yeah, it's probably going to be super, super scary stuff to see. I did like the fact that the judge was ended by updated technology. They couldn't end him back then because, I guess, the components and materials were not as up to date as they are now. So, because when they worded it, I was thinking, well, like, what happens if you dropped a nuke on the judge? He would probably die then. And it turns out that yeah, he would die from technology today. See, one of the disadvantages of bringing someone from the past into the present, isn't it? No, but in all seriousness, I was wondering how they would end the judge, and it makes sense because they wouldn't have rocket launchers back then. And still, Buffy with a rocket launcher, I really did as well enjoy the fight between Angel and Buffy. I feel like that needs to be said as well because it was very emotional. But like I said, I can't blame Buffy for not wanting to end. Audacity, what are you doing? Audacity's freezing. I don't like... Oh, no, it's okay. I was a bit distracted because Audacity was freezing. I'll be like, don't you dare. Don't you dare. This is like the best episode. I don't need any corrupted data. No, but like I said, I can't blame Buffy for not wanting to end Angel because she was not in the right emotional mindset. So, and I feel like that was needed to be stated by Giles again. Like, these next few months are going to be challenging, which they are. Because it's not like you could expect Buffy to be like, okay, I'm ready to kill Angel in a snap. So it is going to be a very emotional and brutal next several episodes. And I'm really excited to see what they do with Angel, with Angelus, should I say. But yeah, this was a stellar episode where it really, I really like how they didn't hold back in terms of breaking the main character and making this be like, I think this is her biggest loss. I think that's like, she has died and she has shown signs of depression from her death, which is totally normal. But I don't know. I think just the way that Buffy is and like everything throughout this episode, this is, I think, her biggest loss. And the way they just broke Buffy was just heartbreaking. But they did it in such a fantastic fashion with the writing, with the music, with the scenes as well. It was just really beautiful and tragic, and I really appreciate this episode so much. So this was a brilliant episode of Buffy. Like I said, probably the best of the 1.5 seasons, isn't it? Yeah, 1.5 seasons I've seen. Out of the past 1.5 seasons I've seen, this has probably been my favorite episode, just with how extraordinary it was. But yeah, I will see you guys next time. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. You can check my videos on the right if you want to check out more of my content. You can also subscribe to my Media Beats channel if you want to. Hope you guys enjoyed this reaction. Hope you guys take care, and I will see you guys next time. Toodles!